Hello everyone, this is Kishore. Today I'm going to talk about a topic which is going to excite most of you, which is nothing but stock market. So in stock market, I'm going to recommend you 5 best websites which are going to be very useful for the retail investors to fundamentally as well as technically analyze a stock. So before we get into this video, there are certain prerequisites. Number one, so you should be having some knowledge on what is stock market and how it works. Number two, you should know what is fundamental analysis. Number three, what is technical analysis. At least a definition would do. If you know this, you can straight away get into this video so that you can understand what I'm trying to talk. If not, you can go back. It's not a big deal. You can just Google these things out, just see the definition, and come back and watch my video. Here we go. So, the very first website I recommend you for doing the fundamental analysis is tickertape.in. I've given this URL in the description as well for you to take. So, here I'm going to do some simple analysis by taking a stock name Infosys. Type it, press enter. You will see the details getting displayed. You straight away go to the left hand frame of this page. You see the current trend and the value of this stock. So the current price is so and so. What is the current performance, valuation, profitability, whether it's a right entry point to enter and buy the stock. So they all are rated like high, low, or average. And if you jump onto the right hand side, you see this entire frame. It has got some key fundamental details like overview, forecasts, etc. till news. Uh, if you take overview, it gives the price chart of this particular stock for a day, for a week, and for a month as well. It also gives the high and lowest value within that month and how much is the earning in percentage. So this gives some key idea about the price range. And if you jump on to the next section, it's forecast. Um, I'm not a big fan of forecast as it's all automatically triggered, but still, if one wishes to, they can subscribe and see this information as well. Financials, this is another key section. This is where you get to see the information like um, income, balance sheet, and cash flow. You take the income, you can get the information like what is the net income. You see here it has increased year on year. You see the earning per share, it has also increased year on year. So it means the stock is growing, right? So these kind of decisions we can make based on these analysis, the fundamental analysis. Then you can go to the balance sheet. Here, another important thing for a stock and a company, so how much total assets they have got. So that is also something which you see it's increasing year by year. And go to the liability, it's something which is under control compared to the assets the company has got. And the equity, then you go to the section called peers. There you can see the same figures compared against the different peers of the IT sectors like TCS, HCL, and Wipro. Then holdings, this is another key section where you get the information like what is the total percentage of stock the promoter, the company is holding, and what percentage the mutual funds are holding, and what percentage the foreign investors and others are holding. So, for example, this stock, the foreign investors are holding 30%, which is a pretty good sign. It means there are foreign companies and institutions have done a lot of research and invested in this company, which is a good sign. So then you go to the events section. Um it shows the key information like when was the last dividend paid out and when is going to be the future dividend. So that is also something you can take into consideration while buying a stock. And finally, the news section. So I think this one website gives this additional section called news there, which is very important because the mood of a stock or the price goes up or down instantly based on some news. So if it's a very good news, the stock value rises up from very next day, and if it's a bad news, definitely it's going to fall down. So those kind of news you can track it within this website under the stock itself. So that kind of keeps giving you the information about the trend, and you can make your judgments accordingly. So considering the fact that it gives all good numbers as well as the key information, the ticker tape stands out to be a very good site to do the fundamental analysis. So we have one more website which is also good for doing the fundamental analysis. That is nothing but investello.com. Again, just get into the URL and type the name of the stock and press enter. So here you also get to see some key sections like dashboard, growth, safety, performance, valuation, and quarterly results. Dashboard again shows you the price chart from year on year. You can see the trend here, and it also gives the key metrics like what is the book value, PE ratio, earnings per share, market cap, etc. So these parameters also you can just Google and see what they are and what range they should be in. And one good thing about Investello is it also tells us uh, what these values should be. So for instance, if you go to this growth section, it shows like how the stock has grown. And again, it gives some definition like, how the trend should be. The same with profit, dividend, equity dilution. Probably I will show the safety section where you see um, this net NPA ratio, loan to deposit ratio. Here we go. So it's not only showing this loan to deposit ratio year on year, but this site also tells you what is that value should be. So here if you see, an ideal value for loan to deposit ratio is 80 to 90%. So anything above 100% is unhealthy. It means the loans are more than the asset. So that's not a good sign for a stock. So likewise, what is the range? That is also something this website suggests. And if you go to the performance, again you can see the year on year performance. Again, what is the return on equity percentage, how much it should be. So those kind of key information as well are getting displayed by this site along with good graphs like this. So it's going to let you take easy calls like, okay, by looking at the graph, so what's the value, whether it's in a increasing trend or decreasing trend year on year, and how much the value should be. Another pretty good website for fundamental analysis is screener.in, which you are seeing on the screen now. So here also you can just search for the company. You will get the basic details like if you see the right hand side, you will see the information of the company, what business they are doing, what is the current news, what are their future projects, and how the business is performing at the moment, with the key fundamental information like PE ratio, etc., as we have seen in the other sites, along with the price chart. This also we have seen, and the pros and cons of this particular stock. Same, the peer comparison, the quarterly results, profit, loss. So all these balance sheet, cash flows, ratios, holding. So all these information, like other websites as well, which we have seen now, you can see here also with a good structure. Another key thing with respect to this particular website screener is that you have this concept called screens. So there you can give some formulas and create some screens that is going to filter out some list of stocks according to the formula or criteria you have given. So for instance, I have created this screen called large cap. I have created this by giving the query like the market cap should be greater than 50,000. So it's gonna filter out and display the stocks, the only stocks whose market cap is above 50,000 crores. So likewise, you can apply various filters. So whatever the columns you are seeing here, it's not only these. You also have various parameters when it comes to the analyzing a stock that can be added or removed through this manage column section. So for example, I want to see what is the depth and promoter holding of that particular stock. I can add that, save, and it's going to display the depth as well as the promoter holding percentage here. So these kind of screens, columns, different values we can add here. So this website is also at another good flavor uh, for us to do the fundamental analysis. Now that we have seen some good websites which are going to help us for doing some fundamental analysis, it's time for us to get into technical analysis. The website, what you are seeing in the screen now, is nothing but chartink.com. This is more of a technical analysis site. Here again, type the name of the stock. Here you go. You will see the trend graph with candlestick patterns, moving averages, etc. So these kind of terminologies might sound foreign to some of the people, but what actually happens is once people finish doing the fundamental analysis of a stock, they also step into technical analysis. So in the technical analysis, what they do is they just simply read the chart, right? So there are various aspects here. uh, uh, so in this video I'm not going to cover what exactly one can see, but again, this is for a knowledge that there is a website which would help us to do this technical analysis. So here you can see the various graphs, trends, the indexes. You can apply different formulas using this, and the overall goal here is to kind of get a judgment like at what period the stock is racing up and when it is going down, and kind of predict the trend, to see like when one can entry and buy the stock, when one can exit. So all these things we can do it through technical analysis, and this is one website which helps us to do so. So a combination of good fundamental analysis followed by the technical analysis will help a lot, will give the overall picture of how a stock should be selected, what is a good stock all about. So the next similar technical analysis site I'm going to recommend is In.tradingview.com. So again, you get into the site, you select a stock. So it's going to give information, the chart, basically like with the time periods of months, years. So I'm choosing the 1 year time period. So if you see, what I have done here is I have taken this tool. It's a line drawer, trend line drawer. So I have drawn the lines here. So basically, people do this to identify the support and resistance level. So what is support and resistance? So for instance, if you see this chart, this is the resistance level. So it means fewer times the value of the stock has hit this range and come down. So 1625.30 is the range where the stock has gone and come down, and probably this could be the range, that is 1358 could be the range, which is a support level where the stock, whenever the stock has gone through this level, it has risen up. So these kind of decisions you can take by drawing these trend lines, and that is one of the features of this tool, and that's why most of the technical experts use this website for technical analysis. So trendline is one simple example I have shown you today. So likewise, there are a lot of things here. We can utilize these things to, you know, make a chart, play around with it, draw the lines, uh, take some graphs out of it, and overall get the output, the result we want. So this is also one very good website for doing the technical analysis. So that's it, folks. That's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed my video. What I have tried to do is I have gathered a good bunch of sites which are going to help the beginners to do a good fundamental and technical analysis of the stocks. And over a period of time, if you keep using it and apply your own techniques, definitely it's going to be helpful for you in the long run. So stay tuned and watch my contents in the coming days, and please do subscribe and support. And any feedbacks are always welcome. Thank you. Thanks for watching.